Well, hello again there, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to the channel for yet another new city builder. Previously, you all loved the demo of this one, and now finally it's out in early access today. Town to City. You might recognize this game as being similar to another game, its predecessor by the name of Station to Station, where in that voxel-based game it was more of a tycoon game, building cities by connecting them via rail to different services and goods that they needed in order to grow, similar to like Transport Fever or OpenTTD. But Town to City is a much more focused game on city building. The train is still here, don't you worry. Of course, you get to build off the station and try to satisfy everybody's needs in a maybe kind of like a Industrial Revolution based game, like late 1800s feel to it with steam trains and I don't know, a Victorian era voxel art style that's just gorgeous. It really is a beautiful looking game. It's a lot of fun, and you all enjoyed our video on the demo of it and really complimented me on building all sorts of backyards and things like that for everyone, and I was really happy to hear it. So thank you very much for all your compliments. Thank you very much for subbing to the channel and hitting that like button and telling me you wanted to see more. So let me know your thoughts on the game down below in the comments section. Let me know if you'll be getting it in early access. There's a whole early access roadmap too that we'll talk about a little bit later, but for now, let's go ahead and start ourselves a new game and build some gorgeous cities in Town to City. Let's go. Now, I wanted to make mention of this too. There's a kind of campaign for the game, a story-based campaign, but a sandbox mode as well. So there's multiple different biomes or landscapes that we can choose from that seem to be based on Mediterranean and like Southern European landscapes, but also the option to modify game rules to be different. Now, this game does have you generating resources and income and whatnot, so it is much more of a city builder than it looks like on the surface for sure. So just keep that in mind as you're setting up a game to your own liking. All right, well, we're going to jump into the quote-unquote campaign for this game and probably start on one of these random maps. I'm not sure we get to choose, but we'll see. Let's go.
Life used to be nice here, but nowadays it's so crowded. Smoggy streets, noisy factories, the smell of sewage on the air. What if you could do it your way? How would you design your perfect place? From bakery to park to cozy home and everything in between. Let's leave to start a new community. Somewhere green, somewhere nice. Others will surely follow when they hear of it. Well, you'll have to roll up your sleeves first, but with a bit of effort and an eye for planning, you'll soon develop this spot of land from countryside to town, and from town to city.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love the lighting. Again, it really reminds me of Tiny Glade when I played that for the first time too. Gorgeous. This actually might be the map from the demo as well. All right, WASD to move around, right click to move the camera, rotate with the middle mouse button, and zoom in and out by rotating that. There's also keyboard alternatives too. Let's build 3 houses and connect them to the station with a road. Okay, so the campaign is pretty similar to the demo, requiring us to do certain things here through the tutorial. Townsfolk residents, but there's a lot of things to unlock through research over time, including commerce buildings with different tiers, and then of course decorations for parks and plazas. And then we also have some special buildings too, which I think are, I don't know, almost like large service buildings, and then monuments too. So that's gorgeous, like victory arches and maybe clock towers and statues and things like that. Beautiful. We have the ability to draw roads. Here you can choose the road type, brush size, and whether to use freeform drawing or the line tool. Connect buildings by drawing roads between them. Right, so like a paintbrush tool to make main roadways and things like that. I don't see a time pause in this game at the moment, so I guess we're kind of just free to do what we want. But as far as I can recall, this is the same region as the demo. And where's our edges of our map here? It looks like it's right down around here. So there's kind of a square around this size. Now, I'm not sure if the maps get much bigger than this. This could just be for this new game that we've started. But regardless, it's a very, very, very beautiful region. I think the best area to build will be down here, and then maybe up here as well. So we'll try to focus on that. Oh, you could actually see the edge of the map there as it pings kind of a hard, almost like an invisible shield. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think we're going to start with the road first, and then we'll start building the houses as they recommend. So there's a line tool to do this as well. So there's a freeform mode, and then the ability to build square and round brushes. So I think a square works for a public square, like next to the train station here. And look at that gorgeous art style. That is wonderful. And a little bird. Cool. Flora and fauna looking sweet. I love this, by the way. This art style is something you'll find in games like Teardown. Of course, this game, Station to Station. It's severely underrated and really, really pretty. Okay. So we have access to brick roads. Looks like those actually have curbs to them. There's kind of a more plaza there. Sand, and then also dirt roads too. So I think next to our train station, we're going to want to use that. And we're going to start like this. I think really, for me, getting a good start kind of sets the precedent for the whole rest of the playthrough. So if I do a really good job at the beginning, it'll kind of keep that format throughout the whole thing. Would love to see a maybe a degree marker here, like in City Skylines with mods, where it tells you whether or not you're at 1 degree, 90 degrees, whatever. But we're going to start with that. And that's the maximum length for a road. So we're going to have to build those in kind of nodes. Obviously, this should be more of a main street as it is next to the train station. And I do believe not only do families arrive via train, but supplies too. So we're going to have to think of this a little bit like the Anno series, where some materials will be delivered via train and have to be stored in warehouses. So a good idea to maybe have a road parallel to the train station and then put maybe warehouses in there. It's kind of hard to tell whether or not this road's completely straight because it is going up hills too. You can kind of see some notches in it. So not the most easy task, but certainly fun to try. But it's not going to be perfect the whole way. I'm going to make winding streets and get off that gridiron addiction that I have in just a little bit. I'm going to try. I'm going to fight it, okay? I also wonder if we could build a crossing over the railroad, but it looks like only here is there a crossing. It does not look like it lets us go across there, but absolutely we should be building on the other side. Regardless, we can go around over the tunnels here too, and looks like it'll be easier maybe on the left side to do that. Okay, so our main road is ready. I think we should also do a plaza here to kind of welcome people to the city. And we'll put that right here. Actually, let's make that as big as possible. Let's see what the big is. Okay, that's 10. They call that a 10 size brush. So we'll go with that. I see flickering on the ground. Is that from clouds? Are there little clouds passing up? Wow, that looks gorgeous. Really well done. Okay, let's start with that. And then now let's get some houses down. So let's go for a sandy road here. And I think we'll go, I'm going to kind of mimic what I did in the demo and go on the left side. And we'll do a rounded brush and shrink that down to maybe about a 3 or 4. Boy, I feel like Bob Ross now. It's more of a painting simulator than it is anything else. Also, I've noticed the sounds are rather quiet. If we go to settings here, I've raised them up quite a bit, actually. Music is about as loud as it can be without drowning me out, so let's try with that. Now, I've also noticed in the lower right corner, we do have money and research points to balance. So for those of you who like a more challenging experience, this does mimic, again, what we'll be seeing from Anno 11.7, as I've been calling it. Not 1.17, 11.7. That is the correct name for that one. Oh, yes. So, yeah, definitely check that one out. It'll be on the channel, too. So lots of fun city builders here. And great to see them kind of sharing a lot of things in common. Okay, I'm going to at least do a straight line here so I can make a more manageable park down here by the water. I think the waterfront should be more for public spaces, not private homes. I'm going to try to make this kind of more of a fair area of beauty for everyone. And I think we're going to start right here. Now, I'll get away from that right around here. We'll start winding up towards the mountainside there. A lot of pre-planning. You must talk about this, you know, kind of in your mind and think about it in ahead or in advance because, you know, all these things are going to matter when you plop them down. Okay, it looks like we can snap to path or not, and we can also free rotate at angles. Looks like there is kind of an angle snap there. So, I don't know if we want to... Okay, if it shines green like that, that does mean it's connected to the road. But if we hit R, it will snap, and that's about as close as it gets. I do want to back it away from the road a little bit, and I do want to leave some space for trees and other decorations. So don't make your cities too crowded. It is required that eventually people will want to live in homes that have a particular set of decorations and other things like that too. Additionally, there is a way to randomize homes. So if you want to, you can make all the homes of a certain area a particular color, or you can alternate. So you could do like a whole row of red buildings or maybe like blue. This one's kind of more of a bluish gray. What do we have here? Kind of a green-yellow color, orange, and then blue. Blue looks beautiful. Beautiful. Looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to go with red, though. We're going to start with that right around here. And I'm going to try to see if I can plop that to where it kind of recognizes it at about that angle there. And there you go. A little construction crane plopping down. Cool. Let's go ahead and build another home. And actually, we could do this directly next door, too, if we want to. So let's go ahead and try to make some really tightly connected row houses there. And there's our first home. Congratulations, me. We've done it. Yes, thank you, myself. All right, let's go ahead and make sure they're close, but I don't want those roofs to clip through, so we'll wait until they're each done. I love the fact that they put in a construction animation here. Typical of certain games, though, to have the like the scaffolding come out of the ground and stuff like that, and a big construction crane. Hilarious. I love that. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Now, I'm not seeing a, and I'm not sure if there is an eyedropper tool for this, but I would love that for certain elements. Okay, one more to go here. And this will be a part of an ongoing series, so I'm really going to be particular here and care about what I'm doing, because I think that makes it a lot more fun. When I'm more invested in a game, I feel like I have a lot more fun with it that way. And we'll be live streaming this too, and I may get additional keys for giveaway in the future too. So let me know down below in the comments section, I'm in, if you'd like to get some of those, if the developers happen to send them over, which sometimes they do. Here comes the train. Folks arriving now in the evening after all the construction is done. They can unpack their things and move into our beautiful new homes. Look at that train. I love the fact that this is basically a shout out to their previous game. And no doubt that the devs love trains too. Oh yeah. And look at that, the little plaza. Perfect. Eventually I'm going to put some fountains there, some potted plants, railing, and more. The first family has arrived. Oh, we have a presidential office here. Click on their icon and give them a home. Right, so now we could assign people to where we want them to live, and eventually these people will have different needs. Like, I want to live somewhere with a lot of trees, or I want to live next to a lake, or whatever. So you're almost like a real estate agent too. And here, this family just wants a regular, comfortable house. So let's go ahead and put them right there, and they'll be happy with that. So they'll leave the train station and mosey on over to their new home, which you can kind of see inside a little bit. Look at that, there is actually a way to see inside, just slightly. There's like a rug on the floor. Cool. All right, click on the house. The family has been given a home. Open the residence information by clicking on it. A warm, beautiful house is the main way to increase the residents' happiness, but it currently does not provide much. Let's change that by giving the residents access to food buildings. Oh, we're going to need a marketplace, yes. Market stalls are now available. Let's place 2 market stalls. So we can do that too. We can place a market here if we want to, next to the main plaza, which would be great because we're going to kind of have a large neighborhood here, it looks like. And it looks like we'll be selling poultry and cheese to the folks of this town. Eventually, I think we get things like fish and bread and more. So there will be more options for that soon enough. I wonder if we could change the color of these things. Unfortunately, no, it doesn't look like we changed the color of the plaza. But we could add on to it. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe we can. It says to paint ground, but that's with different types of sand and whatnot. So looks like we have like gray grass, soft dirt, bright grass too. So if you really want to get into it, you can even like have perfectly mowed lawns in your game. Looks like another family's moved in. Let's go ahead and give them another home over here. There we go. Looks like we got a population of 7, and they're not too happy, but that doesn't matter too much because we're just getting started. There's the name of the city, Belleville. Let's go with Raptoria instead. Glory to Raptoria down below in that comment section. Beautiful. Okay, and it looks like another family's moving in too, so we'll have them ready to go shortly. Let's build that market then, and I think we might be able to move some things over time. So let's build just a little road here to get us started. We'll do a brick, not a dirt road, not a plaza. Let's do a sandy road going from the marketplace here, the plaza to the marketplace, and we'll make that kind of a thinner road so we can pack a few more shops along that way. And we'll make the line tool. Make a line. Beautiful. Okay. And of course we can change these things. Eventually, it is very important distance-wise. Like, there's a lot more strategy to this game than you'd think, right? This is the walking distance from the stalls to the homes, and everybody wants to live near their food source, so make sure you put that nearby. The music changes, of course. The more we build, the bustly cities will get different tunes too. Kind of unexpected. You think it's so quiet and abandoned at the start, but then that music kicks in and it's so lovely. And I think eventually we'll sell clothing, clothes and other things too. Okay, we got another family. And another one after that. So they're going to want to move in too. So we got a lot of people coming into the city. All right, we built 2 different market stalls. And now let's click on that market stall. And of course, now we have to give people a job, which is great. They'll be able to earn an income, but also provide the goods to the city as they need to. So before a shop is operational, it needs to have workers. All adults living in your town can be employed. Let's add a worker. Okay, so we'll employ 1 person there for now. Each worker increases the amount of citizens that can be serviced, so make sure all shops meet their demand by having enough workers. Right, so over time we can scale up the number of customers they can serve. The shop can't sell yet because there's no warehouse connection. Let's build a warehouse next. Okay, A warehouse receives resources from the station and transports them to commerce buildings. An efficient warehouse is nearby commerce buildings and close enough to the station. Right, so it needs to be a midway point. So keep that in mind then. So let's go ahead and build ourselves a warehouse. And there it is under the special building, so that's good. So a small warehouse that collects goods from the station and distributes to shops, more efficient when placed near shops, of course. And it tells you how many have been placed down too. So I think, you know, we could build like a little industrial area over here, a storage. It shouldn't be too, you know, impactful on people's happiness or whatnot. And we could even decorate it as well, but still a gorgeous looking building made of red brick and whatnot. So, oh, we need to place it within that circle though of the shops. Oh. Unfortunately, I can't place it there, though. Trees and whatnot are in the way. That's not good. Well, we could place a little industrial area up here. Storage area. And we'll try to make a pathway over here for the warehouses, too. Let's try to make that nice and straight. I know I said I'd get away from the gridiron, and I absolutely will. And these buildings, of course, are all square, so we want to be efficient in the downtown region as best we can. And we'll plop that warehouse over here. I think eventually we can get bigger warehouses and maybe even upgrades, so that's good. Purdy. Okay, let's build a warehouse. Let's add workers to our shops. Poultry and cheese stand will be functional shortly, and let's build some more homes for our wonderful residents. So we got 2 more people moving in here. I think I'll go with another red brick home here. This will be like the red brick district. Plop that one down there as well. And again, I want to leave these people a nice space for a yard, a garden. And that will actually matter. Doing that will matter a lot. It'll be kind of crowded. We could eventually put fences back there, but I'm going to try to make these like row houses for now. And I think it'll look good near the train station. Okay, we got a new family. You go ahead and move in there. And a new family here. You can move in there. Oh, they need to be connected via a road, though. Okay, so let's go ahead and get away from the brick road a little bit. And we'll try to go for sand. Oh, also, let's employ somebody at the warehouse. So you can actually see where goods will arrive via train, be stored at the warehouse, then brought to the market. So that's pretty cool. And then there should be ways to transfer that. No more hunger. Build and activate your first food building is what we got for a Steam achievement. The warehouse needs more workers to cover all connected shops. Okay, so we'll have to employ at least 2 people there. And now everybody happy. Very nice. And it looks like we might be able to reach that home there, too, with those shops. But we can always build multiple shops. So that's okay. All right, let's go ahead and plop down some more homes over here. I'm going to let them build one at a time so I can space them out perfectly via their roofs. Okay, and I want to have a road going up here to this lake. Eventually, I think our research building is an observatory, so I want to go with that. And I think we'll go with a dirt road next. The sand roads kind of look like a gravel path to me, more than a sand road, but the dirt roads seem like they're better for vehicles. And I'll make it a little smaller than the main road. It should be kind of more rural, I think. I love the French Mediterranean inspired music of this game. It's great. And finally, folks, as I promised, I'm going to start now doing a free brush. There we go. Guybrush Freepwood. Free wood. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try to do free brush here. Maybe I should make that street a little smaller, but it is what it is. There we go. I want it to be imperfect, right? And I'm going to go with the round if we're going over a curve like this. There we go. So I don't know, I can't recall if there's going to eventually be vehicles here, like we'll see little trucks and cars driving around, but I'm just going to go ahead and act as if they're in the game and try to make the pathways mimic that and kind of hug and respect the contours as best as we can. That actually looks quite nice up there. And then we'll enter right around that lake. Perfect. Okay, a few more homes then for our lovely citizens. There's a lot who want to move in. And they're getting happier now. We're almost at 70% of happiness. So that's dobre. Opravdu dobre. Miki bro. All good. All right, another home. You folks ready to move in? There you go. And there you go. Perfect. And again, all that space for yards and gardens should be nice. Ooh, happier. Well, it's now green, but it was at 68. Actually, they should be happier because of all the homes that they have. I assume, you know, standing around ain't great, but once you're able to get into a home, I'd be a little happier if I got a house, you know? Okay, so we'll plop that there. Good. Okay. So on to our next task then. Click on the house. You got it. Access to multiple different shops greatly increases the happiness for its residents. This house earns you more daily income with each shop connection. Each house, shop, and warehouse has a decoration score. Ooh, even warehouses can be decorated. Nice. This score makes the people who live or work in these buildings happier. Wow. So not only can we affect happiness at home, but also at the workplace. That's great. Not enough games do that, where usually industrial areas are kind of abandoned and overlooked unless you're trying to go the extra distance and like make a nice park just for yourself to say I made one there, and usually doesn't affect the people. But it is nice that people like to be happy at home and at work and see beautiful things. So that's really nice. Let's make a house and a shop or warehouse provide more happiness by decorating the areas around them. Perfect. All right, place 4 oh, look at all the oh, that's awesome. Tons of decorations unlocking. Place 4 different decorations, have 40 decoration points in a house, and have them on a shop or warehouse too. Great. Well, we could decorate this plaza. That'll count for that. And then the gardens, like I had mentioned. So we can now put down some wooden fences. But one thing I really want to do is do a nice alleyway so people can make them their way over to the, what will eventually have like a park and then the plaza there too. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a little pathway. And I'm going to make this straight too so we can put a nice row of trees along that. And we're just going to do like a nice little alleyway between these homes. Uh-oh. I used the free tool. Silly me. And there we go. Perfect. I love how there's some imperfections in this game. Like, it kind of forces you to just... It is what it is, certain things, you know? Okay, so we want to go back to the line tool. I want to make that a little longer for the park that we're eventually going to put there, and then maybe down to 3 for this alleyway. Maybe a little smaller. Let's go down to 2. And I'll put street lamps along here, and bushes and other things like that. Good enough. I like that. Okay, so now let's decorate, and we'll start maybe over here with medium trees near the warehouse. Is there a... Oh, nice. We can put down a brick wall there. Tall stone wall for the warehouse. And let's see how this works, how nicely this will work. I see a curve fence option. We can X and Z to curve the fence, so that's cool. There's a little bit of a curve option to that. Oh, and you can increase the curve too. Beautiful. And it'll show you the number there. We're going to go with a 0 on that one. Although it looks like it's... Okay, -1 apparently is straight. That's strange. We'll go with that, and then that. And remember, we could do this for the neighborhood too. And if we right-click, there it is. We plop down some trees here if we want to. And I think there is a way to, yeah, cycle variations via Charlie and Victor. So you can get all sorts of different shapes and sizes for trees. And rotate them too. That's nice. Okay, let's do the same with some street lights. And I'll probably place them at the either ends of the alleyway. And then one maybe towards the middle. There we go. And then in these backyards, we can put down a wooden slide. There could be like a communal park area, or everybody can kind of have their own individual stuff. And we'll do maybe a stone wall here for those families. Keep their property a little more private, a little more secluded. And again, there is seemingly a limit to how long a fence can be, so you will have to click multiple times. And then as you right-click, boom, it builds it. So, not perfect, but pretty darn good, actually. Go ahead and do the same on the other side. Looks like the homes are almost at 40 just by putting down a couple of fences. But this will be a major mechanic in this game, too. You know, decoration bonuses, converting to happiness, etc. Let's start over here. Great music, great environmental sounds, great, you know, ambiance, and all that stuff. Very nice. And who doesn't love a good accordion? Okay, let's go with a stone wall here. We'll try to divide the homes up evenly if we can. Best we can do here. And I think we can get a little more detailed later by maybe, making it for each section. It's going to be rather crowded, but, I'm trying my best here. But we'll hold off on that for now. Let's go to our next goal. One step at a time. We've made some good strides here so far. Hover over the happiness percentage to view the happiness breakdown. Oh, okay. People only arrive at the station if the total average happiness is 60% or above. Percentages in yellow and red should be improved to increase the average happiness efficiently. You can also click individual residents to dive deeper into their individual happiness. Let's keep the happiness above 60 and grow our town's population. You got it. So it looks like the biggest need for people is maybe food. Needs food, 8%, home decoration, work decoration, child bonus, all sorts of bonuses like that being displayed. And it looks like, unfortunately, the markets are a little too far away from these homes in the back. So we could build another little market area up here if we want to. So it's almost like how it is in Manor Lords and many other games with like small market areas, especially if they can be custom made. I'm thinking of like Ostriv, for example, in Manor Lords and building custom stalls that way. A higher population density increases the residents' overall happiness, make parks and open spaces and research, and build and connect more buildings to maintain high happiness. Let's build a research center. I agree. And there it is, our little observation building. Add a worker to the research center, build it, and research a new building. So I believe last time I put it way up here. I think the observation post, no matter what, should be like way up here. Like it's almost the highest point in town, if not the highest. So that's nice. And I think we'll plop that down over here. And now I'm not sure if this game allows us to build onto buildings where they have like upgrade nodes or something along those lines. So we'll just plop that there for now and let that get constructed. Doing research is probably the most effective thing you could do right at the start of the game. You know, the faster you start research, the more things you get to unlock. And I think you don't want to build a big city at the start. This game's more about details, like real good attention to details. So that should be maybe where your focus is at the beginning. All right, let's get ready to build a marketplace here for our additional homes. I think we're at a 6 here. No, it looks like we're at a 5. Good. Oh, maybe it is a 6, but we'll go down to a 5. And I'll try to hug that cliff there. And we'll try to circle around back to this road here. Oh, this is the line tool. Let's go back to free build. There we are. And we'll try to keep in the flat area, but follow the cliff line there, around the boulders too. Gonna be a nice area to build something here. And I think we'll link back up over there. And then as for a road going up to the observation post, we've already got that somewhat started here. So let's have this go along our beautiful little lake. I'm getting very heavy Swiss vibes from this too. It looks like a few of the maps are Swiss inspired, Austria, a little bit of southern, the Mediterranean, southern France, Italy, especially with how some of the buildings look. I'm also getting some fantasy vibes like, like Kiki's Delivery Service and some other kind of fictional but yet inspired town ideas there. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do something a little different here. And these kinks in the road like this, I'll go ahead and fix those up with the eraser tool a little bit later. I'm trying to make a winding road that goes up here. Now there could be a problem with this too, because I'm thinking the game creates services based on the distance of a road, so we're just gonna have to deal with that and kind of put form a little bit more than function. This game plays by its own rules, and I like the way that this game is played out, but I think I want to do things a little differently. Let's make like a little parking lot here too. I'm gonna go ahead and square that up. Kind of a nice looking university / observation post, so we'll make like a parking lot bus stop kind of deal here and connect things that way, and then try to blend it together. Oh, I can hear things going. There we go. Something like that. Okay, let's go ahead and assign an employee there. You're now generating research points. You can have more workers to generate points quicker. So the last time we played this, I dumped people into there because I wanted to research stuff as quickly as possible. This time, I think we'll maybe do half or so. You can see your current research points and money here. So we've got 3, and we can stack up to a maximum of 400, and then we're earning 142 per day, maybe? And then, Looks like there's a total of 4,000 as well, so we can't have more than 4,000 bucks. Now you can, oh, good, a new menu popped up here. You can research a new item, open the research menu here, and unlock the fish stall. Right, so we have fruits and fish, vegetables. We can decorate. Oh yeah, we can add individual decorations to buildings too, like literally potted plants in the windows, or things on the roofs like little tables and like bikes and whatnot. And same with flowers and planters and whatnot. That's beautiful. And then as we unlock things, very similar to City Skylines, as you reach Hamlet and Big City and Capital City and whatnot, you'll unlock more things based on prerequisites. I think a lot of this is population based, but there's also another research tab here. Accessible in Fontabrac. Upgrade to City Stage 4 to unlock that. Okay, so we'll unlock a new city and we can manage multiple cities. Let's do the fish stall though. You've now unlocked the fish stall. This new building appears in the construction menu, right? So more variety for folks to eat. So we get different types of proteins, fruits, and vegetables, and that'll make them happier too. You have 26 out of 50 residents required to upgrade your city. This will unlock new features and buildings in the research menu. That must also be counting children then in the families. Maintain a happiness of 50. Or maintain high happiness, so that's 60, and then give 50 people a home. Your goal is to grow your new town to a bustling city. What, town to city? Available now? You're kidding me. If you get lost, press the escape or click the menu button to choose the encyclopedia to read explanations. Again, the game uses autosave, but you can manually save in this menu. Beautiful. All right. I do like goal-oriented city builders as well, even when you're playing a game that's a little more sandboxy. When things unlock at a certain population level, that's kind of nice. Look at that, the street lights and whatnot. Beautiful. Oh, and just imagine all the decorations and things that we'll add over time. Gorgeous. New families have arrived. I think, unfortunately, we're full, though. But these guys want to live near water. So if we click on them, they're going to want a house down here. They prefer that, but they can live anywhere. So maybe we'll make a new housing district, shall we? Let's make a... I'm going to go ahead and make a freeform sand path here, and we're going to go back down to 2, and I'm going to make a path all the way around the lake that will connect back to the warehouse. Then we'll need to add more homes there, so we'll keep people near the water, but we still want to build some lakeside parks and whatnot. Let's just go ahead and make this cling to the contour a little bit. I don't know if there's an easy way to see the contours without kind of looking directly at them from an angle. There we go. That's good. And then a straight line there, which I think is a good transition to the straight roadway. It makes it, in my mind, seem like this is kind of a more paved and gravel section, and this is actually sand. I do wish we had more road options, but perhaps there's a way to research a lot of stuff. Keep in mind, what we're not seeing right now could be locked behind research, and it's kind of part of the game mechanic, so I would really like that. Now, I did say I wasn't going to let people build homes near the lake, but I think this is far enough away, and I'm going to also connect the road here to this dirt road that goes around. So I think we want to be at a 4, 3. Also, I don't see it costing any money to build those roads. And roads, where we're going, we don't need roads, Marty. Actually, we kind of do. It's a game requirement. All right, sand then. And remember, we still need to build another area for our markets. So I think what we'll do is we'll build this here. And I'll have this blend in with sand. Dirt. Dirt and sand are going to blend together a little bit there. Something like that, I don't know. We'll kind of work it as we go, but just a placeholder idea for now. Okay, I think we'll maybe make some more homes over here, although I don't know if I want to connect them to the alleyway. But let's go with some blue homes here now. In the blue district. This will be the Eiffel 65 district. Blue Abadi Abadai. Okay. So we're going to go with maybe 3 homes here. And I got to have them built so I can space them out with their roofs. This other family doesn't seem to mind where they live, I think. This building has variations. Click through the variations. Oh, there is. C and V. Oh, it's colors. Color variation. Okay. We have 32 research points. What can we research now? Ah, decorate buildings. Good. Let's go with that. Many decorations have special variations that only apply in specific places. Hover over different locations to find all the variations. So if you remember Tiny Glade, in that game, there were a lot of secrets when you build like a tower or when you build a door or something like that. Like if you built two windows next to each other, it would change the window from like a narrow window to a wide window. And then if you added one more, it'd make like a bay window. This game kind of follows the same concept. So you can add flowers and lights everywhere. So not only can you do street lights, but also lighting on the houses, which is beautiful. Love that. All right, we'll keep generating more research points. I think we need to add another employee over to our research center, so let's do that. So you can see how quickly you can fill up the map, but also if you're an expert in like train layouts and things like that, and if you're having a keen attention to detail and you really like all the little things, I mean, this game looks like, oh man, that's all we get to build in. On the other hand, I mean, look at all the things that you can do in that small space. I really wish other city builders would have more things in common with this one. Okay, let's go ahead and have them live near the water as we promised. We're going to add another house. And I do believe eventually we'll get, you know, bigger homes too, so we can get a much larger population living in the city. So that'll be nice, you know, more density. So eventually we might get rid of these homes here, or maybe upgrade them somehow. So we'll see. Okay, so that family is moving towards their new home. Population of 50 or higher. So really we just want to keep on pumping out the homes. And I think population will vary based on the family size that moves in. All right, so we got our market stalls there. I feel like that's a little crowded there too. We should do maybe a more grand market over here, maybe in the center of town, like here. Yeah. Square line tool. And I'm gonna make it like this. You know what also would be a great tool in this game would be a paint not a paintbrush, but a paint bucket tool. So that way, you know, with this area here, if I wanted to paint this just all plaza, we could do that. And I think I'm going to do that, but do it somewhat manually. So I should be able to throw down like a 10 by 10 there, yeah, right on the street corner. Good. So this will be more decorative there, and then this will be straight up for the... Oh, and look at that. We can put the shops right in the plaza. I love that. Although, again, very, very limited area. Let's go ahead and plop down our poultry stall, cheese stall. Put a fish market here, too. We'll kind of crowd these things in here. And then we'll add decorations to fill the space. I mean, it'll, one, it'll look better, and two, provides a bonus to the home, so that's pretty sweet. Okay. Oh, you already placed another building of this type. Keep in mind that a house can connect to each building type once. Having the same building twice is only useful for a city too big to be served by one of them. Right, so we have some redundancy here. Some of these buildings are being served by multiple stalls, but that's okay, because as the city gets bigger, yeah, they will only be able to serve to so many homes. So as your density increases, or really your size, yeah, they'll only be able to manage so many people, but that's okay. Like, you kind of probably want too much coverage because your city is only going to grow. It is a city builder, not a city shrinker. So, well, imagine that. Okay, are these folks ready to move in? There you are, and there you are. And are these out of... Oh, they're out of distance to the warehouse, or... Oh, it takes too long. So let's go ahead and add more people to the warehouse. We'll see how that works. And it looks like more people are needed here, too, to accommodate the needs of the folks living here. Ooh, things are getting busy. Okay. And then our research post, we'll add another person there. Where do we see how many people are free to work? We have 33 residents. 6 of them are available to work. So that hammer up there. 75% happiness, though. That's pretty sweet. I think eventually in this game, we start making clothes, and we will need a tailor and other things of that nature. Oh, we can also delete trees. But not boulders. Okay. Nice to know. But, ooh, we can also move things. Very nice. Oh, great. So you can grab trees from wherever out in the map and bring them into town if you're really tight on your budget. If you're a stickler for that kind of thing, you can use locally sourced trees. Okay. Can we plop down Oh, I could actually put these on the roadway, but I want to leave a little sidewalk area. Too often in American cities, sidewalks and things are blocked by objects like that are prioritized for traffic, like street signs and lights and things like that. Okay, there we go. So I wonder if this population counts only when they move in. Regardless, we're going to need more homes, so let's do that. So the blue district looks nice, the red district looks nice. Not even really districts, you know, but they do look nice. Oh, are they out of range of a warehouse? I don't know. I do know eventually, though, we can upgrade the warehouse, and that won't be as much of a problem. So a lot of problems in this game are solved by not doubling down, but by improving. Vegetable and fruit stalls, too. I think this will be impactful here. Flower and plant decorations we want next. So decorations are going to be key to a lot of people's happiness. Oh, we can also sort, too, by fences, furniture, nature. We can plop down a well. Or even a little wooden slide. Could make a little playground for the kids near the market. Kids go play for a little while Mom catches up on gossip. Oh, we can actually put some nice little benches down here. And I'd love to make a little dirt path that goes along the water. And we can research a new item. Good. There's the flowers and plant decorations. That's a powerful upgrade. It really is. Okay, so right now, my thought is that this game is incredibly dangerous. This is a time travel game. Oh, I'm going to play this game for 5 minutes, 2.5 hours later. Oh boy, where did the time go? Hey, look at this. All right, so yeah, with potted plants, we can put them down next to the home, or we can hang them like above the windows and doors, or even put them in the windows as well. Look at that. So that's nice decoration. And I think we might be able to, yes, we can randomize their colors too. So that's very nice. Oh, I should have used these wooden bench. I don't know. These smaller ones are nicer, I think. Fine by me. Oh, and look at the wooden archways. The smaller one might look nice. Might be a little too small for that path. Actually, not bad. Fits it pretty close. Might be at an angle there, though. No, that's good. I wonder if we can also combo up on some of these decorations and add flowers to that, or vines, so that way they grow that way. Very nice. Very nice. Maybe we'll put down a bench here, too. And that'll be for the plaza. Okay. And it looks like, oh, these folks want to live near a cliff. So that'd be perfect to continue home building over there. And these families want to be surrounded by light. Okay. So we'll add some more streetlights. Or we could even just put a streetlight on their house. I believe there's a way to do that. Yeah. So we can... oh, what? Ooh, you can even put a light on top of the door. It looks like a fluorescent light. That's a little strange, but okay. But at least we have the option. I do love that a lot. Okay. Let's add some more homes. So people wanted to live near a cliff, huh? Let's add over here then. I want to not snap. And rotate. So we'll go with more blue here. And I think the roads will help to start being a buffer zone away from the gridiron. But I think it really is appropriate, especially down in the center with the system of the warehouses and distance from that and having to create a supply chain. It's much more than I was expecting in this game. And I love that. I love that. A pleasant surprise. Bum, bum, bum. -5. What? You live near a cliff? I don't know how much closer I could get you to a cliff. Apparently this is closer to a cliff, so okay, I'll just go with that. And this family wants to be surrounded by light, and we can improve that by just putting a street light at the corner there. As it is kind of a connection to a roadway. And we'll put a light in the middle of that plaza there. right, great. Let's see. Population now at 40, getting closer to 50. Let's keep adding homes. Also, I think if we leave people without a home for too long, it'll not spawn any more people. I don't think there'll be like a large reserve of folks sitting near the train, so you should try to house them as soon as you can. Let's add another person to research. Oh, there's even a photo mode in the game. Outstanding. And overlays too, so you can see happiness, traits, desirability, needs for food being fulfilled, that kind of thing. And notifications. All good and helpful things. Oh, and the train is arriving again. Happiness at 71% though. Wow, and a lot of people moseying around the town. Not too bad for only 50 people. 50 is not a lot. Plop down one more there. Family that wants to be surrounded by decorations. That's kind of cool when it's based on, you know, like right here it's like -9 and 10, but this is something we can improve upon and build them a backyard later. So maybe it'll hurt happiness a little bit now, but it's something that we can improve upon later. If it's based on like a landscape thing like water and cliffs, there's not much we can do in some cases to keep them happy. But you can also counteract that, I guess, with extra decorations. So that's always a good way to, you know, block parry any sort of negative debuffs coming in. You just hit them with the extra decor bonus, and they love it. Now there's another family wanting to live near a cliff. But that's okay. Decorations will make that better. I think what we will do, and I think the cliff bonus could be improved by building up here by the lake, but I think what I really should do first from my previous playthroughs is keep everyone close together to make sure they're all under one roof of having their food and other things supplied. They might be not happy about the cliff thing, but I think that's something we can do later. And also I believe we can move families out, I think. Yeah, we can move them to another house. So we could have them live here first, and then when a better home is ready, it'd be like, hey, I remember you. You wanted to live next to the lake. There's a new home available. And then they'll be quite happy about that. So no problem. All right, we need another plaza, I think. How's food coverage? Okay, so we do need some food over here. So maybe we can add another plaza near the lake. And I think it's a good idea to make these large marketplaces, really. That way I can keep track of everything. Also, there doesn't seem to be a way to rotate the plazas. I can't rotate a square. Oh, you can also tell it to not draw over existing paths. Oh, that's great. There is an option for that, too. Look at that. So that's good. Okay, let's add another market, though. So got one there, and I guess we'll build one here, too. And that's closer to the warehouse, so that's good. And let's go ahead and have the sandy path. Freeform over that. A little more foot traffic near the plaza, right? Okay. And maybe we could add some more food, too. Let's add some more variety to that. Only will get happiness up, so let's sell some fruit and vegetables. There we are. And that opens up greater reach. Okay, so that's going to be really important. That next research will make it so that way these plazas will be even more effective. So maybe we'll think about that next. These folks want to live near flowers. Again, we'll get those improvements improved later. I think really once you start to hit maybe 50% or something like that, that's when you stop real quick and take a look at what people are desiring and what needs you haven't yet met, and then try to improve upon those. And again, just block parry with with decor. We'll make another dirt path here. Man, people are really coming into the town quickly. It's crazy. More folks need to live or work there. Warehouse is maximum for now. Building a lot of blue houses. I also think this is a game of a lot of urban renewal, where when we do unlock certain things, we'll be focused on deleting other things, old buildings, in order to bring in the new. Okay, you can upgrade the town to the next stage. Click on the green button to upgrade. Really? Oh, I think we've achieved the... yes, we've achieved the next status. So that's what they mean by the green button. Hamlet. Okay, 50 out of 50 plus 65% happiness. Beautiful. And now we are a hamlet. Cutscene. Ooh, the station does improve. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that's awesome. Decorations matter, folks. Is that light out at that street light? Oh my god, they come on at different times. They're staggered. I wonder if it's electric lighting or if it's someone going around lighting them by hand. Apparel and research menu expanded. Great, so now we'll have to supply everybody with clothing. And the warehouse upgraded too. We have a resident who wants to speak with us. Hello, ma'am. We're all excited about the potential for our town to grow into a prosperous city. Everything's going swell. Though some of the new arrivals are experiencing issues. I suggest building yourself a house first, one with a big mailbox. That way, we'll know how to reach you if we have requests for our little town. Oh, it's like SimCity. You put down the mayor's house. Gorgeous. I forgot all about that. We can now research a clothing store, a bigger warehouse, second floor housing. So that means all the buildings that we built now can get bigger. A butcher, and oh, is that called an obstetrician? Yeah, that's eyes, right? Eye doctor? A fountain of seasons and also park decorations, or maybe somebody who makes glasses. Looks like it's for clothing too, so clothing and accessories. This warehouse is placed very far away from the station and or commerce buildings. Consider placing it closer for more efficient transport routes. Well, I think maybe instead of that we should research and build a bigger one, and we're generating points for that now. So let's get a couple more PhDs up in the research area. And then put another one down there. Alright, so yeah, I think upgrades are going to save us more than recombobulating the town every time that there's a issue with things, you know? Not bad. It's great. Like, you can see the imperfections in the town, and that's just adding to the realism over time. Oh, another family here that wants to live near more people. Oh, plus 20 there if we move them in. Perfect. Ding, ding. That's very much a SimCity sound effect. I can remember hearing that a lot, clicking on the homes in that game. I do miss that SimCity. Let's go back down to a 2 maybe. More narrow pathways for some of these homes. Let's go to the line tool. Oh, line tool is curving now. Oh, that's great. The line tool can actually provide perfect curves too. I don't know if that'll be close enough. Let's make it a little closer. Nice. All right, and more rooms for more stall. Oh, and there's our new fruit stall and vegetable stall. Let's go ahead and add those. Maybe we'll put that in the market plaza. So fruits on the back side, vegetables on the other side. And of course we'll have some people move in there, and that'll add to the housing happiness. 65% is not too bad. Let's build our mayor's house now. Is that under monuments? Special. There it is, mayor's home. Your home in the city allows for residents to send in requests. I assume that, and from what I can recall, that's like an Anno 1800 type thing where you'll get quests for people to do certain things, or from people to do certain things, and then if you do those, it gives you a big bonus. Well, we can make our little mayor mansion up here. Oh yeah, and then I can check out the city and, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna live up here in this corner. That'll be nice. And I'll make a nice little yard for myself there. Perfect. And we'll connect ourselves to the road at some point. Get back to taking care of our citizens, though. 2 more people there. And there. Good. All right, happiness is going to go up 69. Nice. Nice. Well, you know what's not nice? I know you're about to make this face right here. That is all the time we have today for Town to City, folks. But I want to be back for this one. Congratulations to the developer for making a game that somehow surpassed one of my favorite little train games in a while. Of course, from station to station, we now have Town to City. So thank you very much, everybody, for subbing to the channel. Don't forget to do that. Hit that like button. I'll be back for more of this one, too. We'll live stream it so you can ask questions and see the city's development live, and I'll come back and do some updates in this. If you'd like this to be a full exclusive series to videos, let me know down below in the comments section. I'd love to drop some videos for you all on this one over time. Otherwise, I think I'll start fresh from scratch in live streams, too, and join you all as we play more of Town to City. Thanks again for watching. You guys are fantastic, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.